If you're looking for the best gasless MIG inverter welders for your next project, whether it's quick car repairs, a DIY workshop upgrade, or finally tackling that metal fence in the backyard, you're in exactly the right place. Gasless MIG inverter welders have exploded in popularity because they let you work pretty much anywhere, indoors or outdoors, without worrying about lugging around gas bottles or finding special hookups. Whether you're a total beginner trying your hand at metalwork for the first time or a seasoned weekend warrior with a long to-do list, the right machine can make all the difference in both your results and your sanity. And as always, if you want to check out any of the models featured, all the product links are down below in the video description. Alright, let's dive in. Starting off strong with the Hitbox 140A HBM 200, this is a compact 3-in-1 welder designed for true grab-and-go flexibility. It covers MIG with flux core, standard stick, MMA, and even lift TIG if you ever want to branch out. The most immediately noticeable thing about the Hitbox is its one-dial synergic control. Just twist the knob and the machine automatically balances wire feed and current for you. That's incredibly handy if you're just getting started and don't want to dive deep into technical manuals right away. With a real output of up to 140 amps, you can easily handle repairs on car bodywork, metal furniture, or those occasional garage projects. The digital display gives you at-a-glance info, and safety-wise, you get full protection against overcurrent and overheating. Now it is on the lighter side, which is great for mobility. At only about 5 kilograms, this thing is almost laughably easy to toss in the car or store in a small shed. The trade-off? You're not getting industrial-level power, and the duty cycle at max amps means you'll need to pause during extended jobs. Also, the single-knob control, while beginner-friendly, can be a bit limiting if you're hoping for super precise adjustments. You're not welding aluminum with this, and extras like a spool gun or foot pedal aren't options. That said, if you need a portable, budget-friendly machine for everyday fixes and hobbyist projects, the Hitbox is a terrific pick. Picture yourself patching up a rusty gate or fixing up a chair in your driveway. This little guy will get you up and running in no time, with a simple setup that keeps frustration to a minimum. Moving from the Hitbox, if you're after something with a similar user-friendly approach but maybe a touch more versatility, the Arc Captain MIG 140 is definitely worth a look. Also a 3-in-1 design, it covers flux core MIG, lift TIG, and MMA. But what makes this model stand out is how intuitive it is right out of the box. The controls are laid out clearly, the digital panel tells you exactly what's happening, and built-in protections keep you out of trouble. Running at 230 volts with a max output of 130 amps, it's not quite as beefy as some others in terms of amperage, but it makes up for it with portability and ease. Like the Hitbox, the Arc Captain is designed with beginners in mind. Think quick bike repairs, assembling metal shelves, or even working on stainless steel with zero hassle. It's great for those who want to move the welder from garage to shed or farm thanks to the lightweight build and a sturdy carry handle. The downside is you're not getting the TIG torch included in the European version, and while it's plenty tough for small to mid-sized tasks, you wouldn't want to use it for industrial or heavy-duty fabrication. Also, some components are plastic, so don't expect it to survive major drops or extremely rough handling. Still, if you're more focused on convenience than raw power, and you want a welder that doesn't make you study a textbook before getting started, Arc Captain delivers. Imagine fixing up your bike in the garden on a Sunday afternoon or putting together a quick gate for the chicken run. This machine won't let you down. And unlike the Hitbox, the Arc Captain's controls give you a bit more manual tweakability if you want to experiment down the road. Now, for those of you who appreciate a little more control and want something that blends beginner friendliness with some more advanced functions, the Fifoni MIG 135 is one of the most interesting options in this range. Here, you get the trifecta of MIG flux core, stick, and lift TIG, all running off standard 110 volts, making it a perfect fit for home garages and portable setups. The real magic is in the digital synergic control. You can dial in voltage and wire feed speed simultaneously, and the screen helps ensure you're set up right. There's also hot start and VRD for safer, more stable stick welding, plus a complete starter kit in the box. The Fifoni is definitely more robust than some budget machines, and it shines when you want to weld thin to medium thickness metals without a fuss. Of course, it's still not a heavy-duty powerhouse, and the TIG torch is an extra add-on. You're also limited by the 110 volt input, so don't plan on tackling thick steel plate or heavy farm machinery. Brand reputation is not as established as some European options, but if you're after solid performance for auto repairs, metal furniture, or quick fixes around the house, this is a compelling package. Imagine you're patching a garden gate, fixing up a trailer, or even working on a classic car. Having those digital controls helps make sure your welds come out looking clean without a lot of guesswork. Shifting gears to something a bit more classic in approach, the Steyr MIG 131 is a machine that really stands out for build quality and reliability, especially for those who value robust European-made gear. Designed in Spain, this 3-in-1 welder is built to handle the kind of abuse that comes from being dragged around work sites or tossed in the back of a van. What's unique about the Steyr compared to, say, the Arc Captain or Hitbox is its analog controls and integrated torch. There's a certain old-school confidence that comes with physical dials and solid construction. It has a max output of 120 amps, so while it's not the most powerful on the list, it makes up for it with durability and a quality wire feed system that helps you get smoother welds even on trickier outdoor jobs. This is a machine that feels right at home on a construction site or farm, especially if you're welding fencing, tractor parts, or doing repair work out in the field where you can't always rely on shelter or clean conditions. On the downside, you don't get digital displays or synergic controls, and the max wire size is more limited. The price is also a bit higher, but you're paying for that peace of mind and local support. Imagine hauling this out to repair a gate post after a storm or fix some metal furniture at a client's property. The Steyr's solid feel and reliable output will keep you focused on the job, not the tool. Plus, for those who don't mind getting a little nostalgic, there's something satisfying about hearing those relays click into place. Now, if you're looking for pure versatility and a little more power without breaking the bank, the Hexi Hour MIG 145 is definitely an option to have on your radar. This 3-in-1 machine offers MIG flux, lift TIG, and stick, and boasts up to 145 amps, making it one of the beefier choices in the budget but capable segment. It's designed to switch between 110 and 220 volts, which opens up more possibilities for workshop or on-site use. The modern LED panel is clear and helpful, though it doesn't quite reach the seamless adjustment you get from more advanced synergic models. Still, the Hexi Hour impresses with its flexibility and the kind of punch you need for larger home repairs. Think metal fencing, car trailers, or small farm equipment. The main caveat is that it's from a lesser-known brand, so long-term support and spare parts could be a bit of a wild card. There's also less finesse in the controls, so if you want super fine tuning, you might look elsewhere. But for the ambitious DIYer who wants maximum amperage for their dollar and isn't worried about future-proofing for professional jobs, the Hexi Hour delivers. Imagine tackling a big project, maybe rebuilding a garden pergola or repairing a corroded steel frame, and having enough headroom to handle tougher joints, all while keeping things reasonably portable. If your priority is working with thin sheet metal, maybe you're restoring a classic car, repairing panels, or doing precise jobs on lightweight structures, the IPO Tools MIG 160ER brings something a little different to the table. Unlike some others on the list, the IPO Tools is semi-synergic, meaning you get a single dial to set both voltage and wire speed, often calibrated by the thickness of your material. That makes setup quick and keeps things simple, but you lose a bit of the granular control that some more advanced models offer. Where the IPO Tools shines is with car bodywork and restoration. The machine is popular with enthusiasts who need to lay down smooth beads on delicate sheet without burning through or causing spatter everywhere. It'll handle up to 160 amps and can work with 5 kg spools, making it one of the more versatile options for frequent auto work or light fabrication. You're not getting full MIG with gas capability here. This is a flux core machine only, and if you need to fine-tune every last detail of your weld, the simplified controls might feel limiting. But if your main concern is getting solid, splash-free results on thin metal, and you want the backup of a European warranty, this is a great choice. Picture yourself in the garage restoring that old Fiat or patching up body panels on a weekend racer. The IPO Tools is the kind of tool that lets you focus on your project rather than wrestling with complicated settings. And then there's the Reboot RBM 1450, which really pushes the boundaries of what you can expect from a budget-friendly 3-in-1 inverter welder. With a maximum current of 145 amps and full digital controls, the Reboot brings together high power, a big LED display, and easy switching between MIG flux, stick, and lift TIG. It also works on both 110 and 220 volts, so you're covered whether you're in a home shop or a job site with higher voltage access. What stands out most about the RBM 1450 is its ability to deliver strong performance without feeling intimidating. Everything you need to see is displayed in real time, and the synergic adjustments take a lot of guesswork out of getting a good weld. Like the Hexi Hour, this one is a bit of a wild card when it comes to long-term support, but the promise of more amperage and a larger, clearer screen is a big draw for anyone who values convenience. Imagine you're working on a big garden gate in the evening. The last thing you want is to squint at a tiny display or fumble with confusing buttons. With the Reboot, you see everything at a glance and can dial in your settings on the fly, making even long repair sessions feel more manageable. You won't exactly win popularity contests running this at full power during family nap time, but in the context of a busy workshop or garage, the power and clarity on offer are hard to beat. Comparing these welders side by side, a few clear differences emerge. The Hitbox and Arc Captain are both lightweight, beginner-friendly machines designed for grab-and-go tasks, but the Hitbox has a simpler single-knob interface, while the Arc Captain offers a bit more tweakability and versatility. If you need more advanced controls or want to experiment with digital synergy, the Fifoni stands out with its hot start and VRD safety features, nudging it slightly above the Hexi Hour for those who want a smart welder on a budget. Steyer's MIG 131 takes the lead for ruggedness and European build quality, trading fancy screens for reliability in the field. A direct contrast to the tech-heavy approach of Reboot's RBM 1450. The IPO Tools MIG 160ER splits the difference with semi-synergic controls and is uniquely suited for thin metal work, particularly car restoration, setting it apart from others that might be overkill for such tasks. So, to wrap it all up, if you want the easiest path to welding success, maybe you're new to the hobby or just need something for small repairs, the Hitbox 140A HBM 200 or Arc Captain MIG 140 are both solid picks, with the Arc Captain offering a bit more manual control for those willing to experiment. If you want the best blend of advanced features and price, Fifoni MIG 135 and Reboot RBM 1450. Both offer great value, but Reboot pulls ahead for sheer digital convenience and power. When it comes to working outdoors or in more demanding environments where durability is a must, the Steyr MIG 131 is hard to beat, even if it's not the fanciest option. IPO Tools MIG 160ER is my go-to recommendation for anyone tackling sheet metal, especially car buffs or those doing delicate restoration work, while Hexi Hour MIG 145 is your best bet for all-around home and farm use, with enough muscle to handle just about anything you throw at it. At the end of the day, picking the right Gasless MIG inverter comes down to your main projects. Are you focused on portability, versatility, maximum power, or all-day reliability? Make sure to check out the links in the description for up-to-date prices and more details. And if this guide helped you, don't forget to subscribe for more no-nonsense product reviews every week. Happy welding!